Hello, Russellville families. This is Principal Bryant welcoming you back to our 22-23 school year. I am so excited to meet our new families, to see our returning families, and I want to remind you, you can turn on bedtime stories anytime, any day of the week. Parents, if you are busy, you can turn this on for your kids to listen to before they go to bed. But more importantly, we want our students to tune in anytime they want. So check out our YouTube channel, Wemberly Reads. And tonight, I am going to be reading you a wonderful story called Wemberly Worried. And the author is Kevin Henkes. And one thing I would like for you to think about, sometimes our kids worry about things. Do you worry about things, students? I'm sure you do. Sometimes it's simple things and sometimes it's big things. So we're going to find out what Wemberly did when Wemberly worried about things. You ready? All right, let's get started. Wemberly worried about everything. Oh, and look, Wemberly looks worried right there. She's hugging her little rabbit. Big things, little things, and things in between. So it looks like Wemberly was in bed here worrying, didn't want to get up. Looks like Wemberly was worried about spilling something there. And it looks like Wemberly was in the bath worried about other things. So I wonder, does that ever happen to you? Do you worry about things? Let's see what Wemberly's going to do. Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. That's a lot of worrying. Oh my goodness. In the morning, before bed, and during the day. Wemberly should be worried about playing and having fun, right? As should you. You should be worried about playing and having fun. But sometimes when things bother you, we'll find out how Wemberly might solve this problem. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Oh, they're so worried about Wemberly now because Wemberly worries about everything. Oh, look at that. Grandma's shirt says, go with the flow. I wonder if that's a clue. You think they're going to help Wemberly stop worrying about things? Let's see. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on her house, she was thinking. And the crack in the living room wall, what if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made. So that's the heat that radiates in the house. In some houses, they have that radiator. So she was even worried about the noise that the radiator makes. Oh my, Wemberly is really worrying about a lot of things. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the boats on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Oh my, can you have fun if you're worried about everything? I wonder, let's see. And always she worried about the doll, her doll pedal. So if she's even worried about her doll, oh boy, let's see. What's going to happen with Wemberly? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. So, oh my goodness, it looks like she's creating reasons to be worried. Let's see how this is gonna play out. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. Have you ever worried about that when you have a birthday party, thinking no one would come? And then people show up, right? Let's see. She said her mother, see, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. all these people came to her party, so she worried about it for no reason. But then Wemberly worried about that there wouldn't be enough cake. Oh my goodness. Let's see. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. There were no butterflies in the Halloween parade. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. Oh my goodness, Wemberly. We gotta figure out a way to help her, right? You worry too much, said her mother. You worry too much. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wemberly had a new worry. School. Were you guys worried about starting school this year? Maybe if you started a new school or going to a new grade. I wonder if you've been worried about that. Let's see if Wemberly can help us. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Oh my goodness. Should Wemberly be worried about all these things? I don't think so. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. So all the way to school, she still was worrying. Let's see. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. You see her looking? Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Do you see what I see? You see all those friends? Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes and she was holding a doll. Do you think that made Wemberly feel better? I think so. And look, all the kids are playing nicely. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. So they both had babies. They're dolls. Petal waved and Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. So they have something in common, right? And usually we find friends that are very similar to things we have in common, and that helps us feel better. I bet you have a friend at school that helps you feel better. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. See all those smiles? They're on the slide. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. So she had a wonderful day at school and she was worried for nothing. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. And that is the end. Good night.